Hey friends, this is Mrs. Cram and this is week 13 of our class for kindergarten, first and second grade. This week we are going to be listening to a book by Leo Leone called A Color of His Own, and this recording is recorded by another art teacher named Mrs. F. We are going to watch the video and read the book with Mrs. F, and then we are going to draw a chameleon together. Let's get started. Remember, if anything in this video is ever too fast and you need to see it again, you can pause and go back as many times as you want. Ask an adult for help if you need.
A Color of His Own. Written and illustrated by Leo Leone. Parrots are green. Goldfish are red. Elephants are gray. Pigs are pink. All animals have a color of their own. Except for chameleons. They change color wherever they go. On lemons, they are yellow. In the heather, they are purple. And on the tiger, they are striped like tigers. One day, a chameleon who was sitting on a tiger's tail said to himself, "If I remain on a leaf, I shall be green forever, and so I too will have a color of my own." With this thought, he cheerfully climbed onto the greenest leaf. But in the autumn, the leaf turned yellow, and so did the chameleon. The chameleon was black in the long winter night. But when the spring came, he walked out into the grass, and there he met another chameleon. He told his sad story. "Won't we ever have a color of our own?" he asked. "I'm afraid not," said the other chameleon, who was older and wiser. "But," he added, "why don't we stay together? We will still change color wherever we go, but you and I will always be alike." And so they remained side by side. They were green together, and purple, and yellow, and red with white polka dots, and they lived happily ever after. The end.
What do you think that story was about? At the beginning of the story, how did the chameleon feel? Do you think that he was a little sad because he didn't think that he had his own color? Do you think that maybe he wanted somebody to be like him? Yeah. So then what happened? At the end, do you think that the chameleon learned to be okay with how he looked? Yeah, and it's so cool that they can change colors, right? So do you guys think that everybody is the same? No, of course not. Everybody is unique and different. So do you think that the things that are different about you might make you special? Yeah, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing to be different because if everyone was the same, that'd be really boring, right? All right, let's get to the art part. This week, we are practicing some vocabulary that we already know and learning some new vocabulary. Our objectives will be to have at least 5 different patterns. Do you see a pattern in this picture anywhere? I see an A-B pattern. Circle, square, circle, square, circle, square. I'd like to see at least one A-B pattern that has different shapes. The other thing I want you guys to work on this week is a border. Does anyone know what a border is? A border is like a picture frame, and it goes all the way around our picture to create emphasis. Does anyone remember what emphasis means? Emphasis is to make something stand out. So if you were to see a bunch of pictures on a wall, and, they all kind of look interesting on the wall. And then all of a sudden you see one with a really nice frame. Which one are you going to look at? Probably the one with a nice frame, right? So we are going to add borders around our pictures to be like frames that create emphasis and make them stand out. All right, let's get started drawing that chameleon. All right, so we are going to start by finding one side of our paper toward the middle. And I am going to draw a circle. Do the best you can. Just like usual, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Just do your best. Once you draw your circle, we're going to draw a smaller circle inside of the big circle. Then we're going to draw an even smaller circle inside of the little one. Now I am going to use my black writing tool, whether it's a pencil or a marker or a pen, to color in that little area so it looks like I have a shiny little dot. So I'm just coloring in the middle circle. Now I have an eye. Next, I'm going to take my writing tool, put it on top of my circle. I'm going to do a little line up and a little line down, almost like a crooked letter A. Next, I'm going to go out with that line and come back in. Now it almost looks like a triangle. It's like a squished L too. All right, now on top, I'm going to put my writing tool at the bottom of this shape, and I'm going to do a little hill for my chameleon's back. After I draw my little hill, I'm going to take my writing tool and do a little curly Q up so you can see my chameleon's tail. Now in order to finish my tail, here's what I'm going to do. Are you ready? I'm going to put my writing tool on the tip, and then I'm going to curl it back into my chameleon. All right, now we're ready for the rest of our little chameleon legs. Are you guys ready? So I'm going to draw a line down, give him some little toes, draw a line up. Now I'm going to draw a line to the side. I'll do another one. A line down, some little toes, and then a line up. Now I'm going to give him a little belly. And I'm ready for the next legs. Line down, little toes, line up, and then a line down, some little toes, line up. Now I have my chameleon. I'm ready to add some patterns. Does anyone remember what a pattern is? Here's an example of a pattern. I can do circle, square, circle, square, circle, square. That's an A-B pattern. Another type of pattern in art would be to do a line up and down, up and down. And I think I'll keep mine going all the way up the tail. Another example of a pattern is if I did circle on the bottom, circle on the top of the line, circle on the bottom of the line, circle on the top of the line. You guys can add whatever patterns you want to your chameleon, but I would like to see at least 5. Let's see how many I have so far. 1, 2 for my line going up and down, and 3 for my dots. All right, let's add some more. All right, Now that I've added all of these patterns, I'm ready to add a border. A border is like a picture frame around your artwork. You can use patterns to make your borders too. I'm going to use some bumpy lines all the way around my picture. You can use whatever kind of lines you want for your border. I think I'll also add some little dots and things. All right, now that I've drawn my chameleon with 5 or more patterns, and I drew my border around my chameleon, I'm ready to color. You can add whatever details you want. Your objectives. Number 1, I can draw at least 5 patterns, including one A-B pattern. Let's see. 1, go up and down for those zigzags. 2, up and down for those waves. 3, those dots up and down. 4 are my lines. And 5 is my AB pattern. I have square, circle, square, circle, square, circle. And number 2, I can create a border or frame around my picture to create énfasis. En español, número 1. Yo puedo dibujar al menos 5 patrones, incluido un patrón A, B. Por ejemplo, 4 círculo, 4 círculo, 4 círculo. Número 2. Yo puedo dibujar un marco cerca de mi chameleon para crear énfasis.